The other key characteristic of the Alcidae family is they are all pink. That's a week later than they used to start. So they're actually spending less time on the islands. And part of that, again, is the water. These seals are the gray seal. And the gray seal is a fur seal. The all black ones are the males. The gray only. And what a beautiful resort. During July and August, normally we'll have over 200 or up to 3 BOUX. And Cebu is a native word we do believe means little river. And they used to call the baby is holding up a pitcher, and there will be a quiz later. These islands represent over 20% of all great cormorants nesting in North America. Actually, that fact is what makes these islands so important for the bird watcher. It's not for the boring old puffin. It's the great cormorant. That's why you guys are out here, right? Yeah, great cormorant. Every single tour. We will see more bald eagles shortly.
Now, pause. If you look right up on top of the bushes here, right up on top of the islands, I saw them a second ago. Fishers. They cannot dive. They cannot fish the ocean. So why did they come out here? We're not really sure. But they did. One theory that we have is that there are no land-based predators. For example, foxes or rodents, rats or mice, I was actually put there by a local lobster fisherman on the last day of lobster fishing season. And it is a very broken lobster trap. You see, every community has, let's call them an eccentric person. Also known as your local crazy person. You see, ours is Crazy Paul. And on the last day of lobster fishing season, this would be the 3rd year in a row, that he's put at least one lobster trap on the island. Why? As a conversational piece. We are forced to talk about it every single tour. Thanks, Paul. This same fisherman is also the first one to come and help you in your times of need because he does not care about risking his own boat, his own life, his own gear to come and help you. A good person to know is you can stop putting traps and make the top one. Yeah, there's one there. Okay. But I want to do one more.
Did we compare the two?
No. Let's compare the two cormorants here for a second. If you see white, see us here at about 8 o'clock right now, and there's one at about 11 o'clock right now, down low in the fallen rocks in the base. Yep.
There's a bald eagle. Does everybody see those 2 other bald eagles? There's one right behind us, and there's another one right beside us here at about 9:30. Bald eagles. They'll only fly 5% of the time. Most of the time they're perched like those guys. So they are a relatively lazy bird. Of course, they're allowed to be. They're so big. They have a wingspan of up to 90 inches. 90 inches, and some of the females that are that big. It's mainly a fish eater, but he'll definitely go after live prey, given the opportunity. And on the bird islands here, it's the gull chicks that are its opportunity. However, normally they don't come out here to the bird islands until after the lobster season to get the gull chicks. That's an interesting statement, and I'll tell you why the next time we see a bald eagle. Gray seals. The all black ones are the males, the gray spotted ones are the females, and the gray white ones are the pups. You can see the fur on the gray seal when it dries, starts turning white with the salt on it. So then how you tell the male from the female is the male have like a horse face, and the female have like a dog face, no pun intended.
Now,
There we go.
no, that way. Or that way. Make it.
They will eat anything, including the rodents, the rats or mice or squirrels, gray fluff balls, cute gray fluff balls that have turned into ugly gray or brown feathered monsters. Ugly gray or brown feathered teenagers that used to be cute gray fluff balls hanging around with the great blackback and herring gulls equals...
That's close for a puffin. These guys right beside us.
That's close for a puffin this time of year.
Now, the third. Now, the final member, of course, Is that boring?
And there's long red oars right up on the roof. Guess what those are for? Those non-listeners. Saving my fuel, Alcidae family. Now, the key characteristic of the Alcidae family is they use their wings for propulsion underwater. They fly underwater. Now, for flying underwater, they need short, stubby wings, which of course do not work. Yeah, but she was studying her bird book. People come out here to the bird islands expecting to see an ostrich-sized puffin. A penguin-sized puffin will do, but an ostrich-sized puffin is what they have pictured. Let's compare the great cormorant to the double-crested. Right in the middle, there's a great cormorant with a white
On the
cheek patch.
back row, if you will, one of these.
Is they use their wings for propulsion both under the water and in the air. So what that means, if the puffin get any larger, in order to fly in the air, the wings would have to be. Don't come out here to the bird islands until after the lobster season to get the gold chest. See, during the lobster season, the great black-backed gulls and the hairy gulls, they get on meat. They get the old bait from the fishermen, as Ian described in the video. So during the lobster season, the gulls are very well fed, and they're very protective of their young. Of course, the younger do too. They're so protective, they'll simply chase away bald eagles from the bird island. Gulls are come on, get the old bait position. And then they get more concerned about their hunger, less concerned about their young. Gulls will even keep their own young. So then the bald eagles can come out here to the bird islands and get themselves in the. They're still in the nest with the white breast and belly. Actually, you can see a cormorant there with its wings outspread there at 10 o'clock. You see that quite a bit, cormorants with their wings outspread. What they do is they dry their wings. See, when you see a cormorant in the water, you only see them from the neck up. They're less buoyant. They could not put enough oil on their feathers from their preening gland. That's only partially right. It's their feather structure. They have hollow quills with holes about 2/3 the way up or so. So quite literally, they get waterlogged. The water flows right into their feathers. What that means, however, is the cormorants can die at great depth, up to 60 feet. These ugly gray feathered monsters there behind us, they're this year's gull chicks. The darker. 3 reasons. Main reason, bald eagles have been frequenting this area. Puffin are sort of like me. They don't exactly love bald eagles. Not necessarily that bald eagle. Seem to me every other bird out here, but not those 3. But those 3 get nervous, and when they're nervous, they'll go out on the water. Not that it doesn't happen, but I've never seen it. The other reason is it's a hot, sunny day. Puffin don't like, or one would think we'd see more puffin on the cliff side than the other side. However, it's all got to do with bald eagles. Final reason is fish. There's a lot of herring running right now. They got to feed their young this time of year. All that adds up to the puffin we'll see today will be on the water, flying over the water. Gray seals. The all black ones are the males, the gray spotted ones are the females, and the gray white ones are the pups. 300 seals for 2 little islands is a lot of seals. There's an overpopulation problem of gray seals in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. There's just not enough. Oh, they cannot slow down and make those last-minute alterations necessary to line up. So if they're not perfectly lined up, they have to abort the landing procedure last minute, make a large circle, and try to land again. It's called a go-around in the aircraft industry. I watched this couple one time making it. You could ask me, why were those puffins trying to land now? Why now when we are here? We just saw a bald young. Don't get me wrong, puffin are nervous of us and the bald eagle, but they know they have to drop off the disc to be bird availability or a restaurant.